Hey guys, how are you today? So today I wanted to talk about Queen Meghan. And I've been envisioning a royal reign alongside King Harry, just for kicks, because we all know that's not going to happen. But it's a slow news week, so we've got people just bottom feeding for just the most vile things. We have the Tina Browns and all that. And I didn't want to sort of delve into that anymore. So I said, you know what? I'm going off on my own tangent and I'm going to envision a royal reign for Queen Meghan alongside King Harry, knowing that that will never happen because Meghan and Harry don't want the job. I know that, but just for kicks, right? So, in this alternate timeline where Meghan becomes Queen of England, I think that her reign with King Harry will be, oh, I should say would be, but it's conditional, would be unlike any that the monarchy has ever seen. Okay. So, Meghan is known for her modernity, for example, and her compassion and her advocacy for social causes, even well before she became the Duchess of Sussex, before she met her husband, right? She was already advocating for social causes. She was compassionate. And she's always exhibited a certain allure of modernity, right? So Queen Meghan, in my view, would likely usher in a fresh, approachable era for the British monarchy, something that people have never seen before. I mean, other monarchies in Europe have sort of, like in Spain, you had this journalist who became the queen and so on and so forth. So, they have had brushes with modernity. But I think Meghan's reign as queen, like Queen Meghan with her King Harry, would really usher in a fresh, you know, era for the British monarchy and all of the European monarchies, actually, if you really think about it. From the beginning, Meghan's style would draw global attention. I mean, the globe would be gripped by this monarch and this monarchy with King Harry, Queen Meghan, right? Meghan already has carved a reputation in the global zeitgeist for being chic. And she has this sort of minimalist aesthetic, this minimalist elegance, if you will. And she quite often, I mean, I would think that she considers what she wears for sustainability. You know, she's she nods to sustainable fashion, if you will, quite often. So she's very conscious of that and the environment and so on. As queen, I think she would likely wear classic um, British designers just out of respect, right? But blend them with eco conscious international labels, further cementing her global appeal. Do you agree with that? Or do you disagree with that? I'm sure there's some people who would disagree, but if you agree, tell me in the comments, why you agree with that. I think, obviously she will have to host many banquets as queen, and banquets hosted by Queen Meghan and King Harry would reflect the couple's warmth and personal style, right? So one would expect relaxed but refined affairs with seasonal, sort of locally sourced dishes, right? That she personally, okays. She doesn't cook it, but she makes sure she's got her, her little fingers and, just making sure everything is perfect. So locally sourced dishes showcasing British agriculture, for one thing, and also a nod to her California roots, And of course, Harry's advocacy for sustainability and sustainable farming and the environment and so on. All of those things would be considered in terms of, the dishes that they would serve at their banquets, which would just be like, I don't even have the words, right? So Queen Meghan's reign would also be characterized, I think, by extensive foreign travel because clearly she and Harry both enjoy travel and they are well received by the global community as well. As a couple deeply connected to causes on several continents, Harry and Meghan would bring global perspective to royal diplomacy. I think Meghan's focus on women's empowerment, their education, and social justice would also shape her interactions with leaders worldwide, giving her and Harry's travels a sort of modern humanitarian focus. Again, that modernity comes back into the narrative when you consider Queen Meghan, Queen Harry reign on the British throne. I think charity work would also be central to their rule. They're not going to be Zoom monarchs, they're going to really go get in there and show up and do good as monarchs. Meghan's known for her passion for supporting marginalized communities, and she would likely expand the monarchy's involvement in social causes. I think her impact would also extend to mental health awareness, a cause both she and Harry ardently champion. I think Queen Meghan, Queen Harry's reign would obviously come with some controversies, okay? I'm sure even listening to me talk about this will send people through the roof. They'll become completely triggered and enraged. Just the idea of a Queen Meghan would just like, So there will be controversies. Meghan has obviously faced public scrutiny since entering the royal sphere. And so tensions could arise with William and Kate. I mean, obviously if there's a Queen Meghan and King Harry, I mean, then something's happened here. It's huge. So there are going to be tensions with William and Kate. And there will be contrasting views and visions of the monarchy, and this will cause friction. So whatever's happened to William and Kate that has resulted in a King Harry, Queen Meghan, this is going to be controversial throughout, right? Not everybody's going to love it. Yet, these differences could also bring balance, showcasing the monarchy's adaptability. If the British monarchy could adapt to a King Harry and a Queen Meghan, I mean, wow, right? While this idea is hypothetical, the Queen Meghan's reign is hypothetical, it is intriguing. We all have to admit, right? To imagine a modern, socially aware British monarchy under her influence, right? I mean, what do you think? Tell me in the comments. Aside from the fact that Meghan would never take the job, we know that. We're just talking hypothetically here of what that would look like. We're trying to envision a royal reign of a King Harry and a Queen Meghan, right? And what that's going to look like and feel like for the not just the British people, but the global population, because that would be something that would be so riveting for the entire world from beginning to end that it just would be, I think, absolutely crazy. Again, this is all hypothetical, so no one has to have a heart attack at the thought of it. Right? I mean, it's just hypothetical and just something to talk about other than the usual whatever these other people are talking about that quite frankly is kind of boring at this point, right? This is more exciting. See you in the next one. Subscribe, the thumbs up, and turn on your notification bell for updates. Bye.